Did you know that losing weight the wrong way can shorten your life by several years? I doubt anybody's told you that, but we now have several studies involving tens of thousands of people that show that people who lose a fair quantity of weight, we're talking about 30 or 40 pounds or even more than that, even though you may feel better, even though your blood glucose may be better, perhaps your fatty liver receded somewhat, maybe your prediabetes went away or your triglycerides are lower, despite all those upfront benefits, people tend to die younger. And that, by the way, is regardless of the method used to lose that weight. It could have been a low-calorie diet. It could have been a pharmaceutical agent. It could have been a bariatric procedure like lap band or gastric bypass. But the evidence is quite clear on this. You are likely to die several years earlier because those are not the smart ways to lose weight. The smartest ways to lose weight are ways that preserve muscle. Now, people say things like, well, I'll use resistance training. Well, resistance training is not enough. It does blunt the effect. There's one very important study, for instance, from the National Institutes of Health, where people engaged over 6 months, people engaged in 2 hours a day, 6 days a week. 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, in a combination of resistance training and aerobic training. And they lost a lot of weight, but of that weight, 17% was muscle. Less than the usual 25% of muscle you lose. Let's say you took a GLP-1 agonist. You lose 40 pounds. 25% or 10 pounds is muscle. So in this case, in this NIH study where they incorporated extreme exercise over 6 months, it did reduce the percentage of muscle loss, but it was still significant. And those people are likely to die several years earlier because not enough was done to preserve muscle. So resistance training is helpful, but there's more you can do. So I'd like you to invite you to stay tuned to my conversations to learn how to preserve or increase muscle. And it does not involve going to the gym. So please don't spend hours at the gym hefting weights to build muscle. That can help, yeah. But there are things you can do that affect metabolic and microbiome health that help you preserve muscle and not be exposed to that earlier death.